there. My name is Terry Reeves. I'm with Coldwell Banker Schmidt. I'm with the Big Rapids office in central Michigan area, West Central. And I'm here to kind of guide you through this home buyer's guide. I hope you don't mind. But it's a Coldwell Banker Schmidt, as you can see, home buyer's guide. Let me get right into this. Finance a home, finding your financing, making sure you can handle the purchase of a home. A lot of people, I've had many people come out and want to buy a home, looking at homes, only to learn that they are not ready. So financing is the top priority. So when you're using a Coldwell Banker Associate, you can be confident that once you're able to do this, you're going to be able to find your home, because there are some out for sale. Right now, we have a small shortage of inventory, but I do want to say that listings are coming fast and furious. Your home is just around the corner. If it's not listed now, more than likely it will be very soon. All right, financing process. How do you determine the budget? How much can you afford? What are you paying now? Are you getting a raise? Are you sure? Did you just get one? How long have you been on your job? Get pre-approved. Go to a bank or financing institution. Be careful not to go to too many. Otherwise, they'll think you're shopping, which is true. You are, but every time they check your credit, it hits your credit. So be careful. Gather the documents you need. 2 most recent pay stubs, your W-2s, which are probably attached to the federal tax returns for the past couple of years, 2 months bank statements showing that, yep, you do get paychecks and you do put them in the bank. And long-term debt information, FICO score. If you're searching online for your FICO score and you haven't already done it, look for the one .gov. That's the one, that's the free one that the government does. If you got to give them your credit card, there's a problem. Getting approved. Go to your lender. They're going to check your credit. They'll check your FICO for you. Since you're going, you might as well let them do it. If there's problems, if you end up with a poor credit rating, or one a little lower than you thought you should have, fix it. Make sure the report is correct. Make sure there isn't something. I've seen people with, who filed bankruptcy 10 years ago and should have been off their credit report, but it's still sitting there. The bankruptcy is. Try to limit yourself to 4 credit cards so you can keep track of them, keep them paid down if they're a little too high. There are people say, pay off your lowest one first and then add that to the others until you pay them all off. Don't pay them off and throw them all away. Keep your credit going, keep a couple of them, and keep your credit going strong, utilizing those credit cards, and then pay them off every month. Just as important, keep the same job for a while. They want stability. They want to make sure they're going to get paid back when they loan you $100,000 or $200,000. Being pre-approved or pre-qualified. Okay, pre-approved. Finance company says, I will lend you a certain amount of money to support your purchase. Pre-qualified, the finance company says, we think you could probably pay $600 a month. So being pre-approved obviously will make you a much better purchase candidate to the seller when you make an offer. Attach that pre-approval letter. Deciding on your mortgage. Which would you rather have, fixed rate or adjustable rate? Well, the attractive part of an adjustable rate is that it starts low. If fixed rates are normally, let's say they're going right now for about 3.5%. An adjustable rate might say 2%. And then it adjusts automatically. And it will change or fluctuate with market conditions, such as consumer price index, something along that line. Adjustable rate mortgages can help keep the initial amount down if you think in the future you're going to be getting much bigger paychecks. It could start you off on a better home, a higher priced home. Calculating your budget. To estimate your budget, add up your total for net worth and subtract all the costs. How much of a down payment you're going to do. If you get a commercial loan, your down payment is going to run maybe in a neighborhood of 20%, 25%. What is your mortgage going to be, and can you support that? And your food charges, and your electric bill, and your heating bill, and phone bills, and with today's cell phone bills, cable TV, satellite TV, all of those various monthly payments. gas purchases for your automobile, and you're paying for your automobile. A lot of stuff there. So put it all down. Your taxes. You got to pay taxes on your home. What are they now? What will they be when you buy? The person selling your home might be paying taxes because that are much lower than you would pay because they've been in their home for 30 years. And their tax rate is capped. They can't go much higher. And there's certain limits on how much they can raise the taxes. That was done in Michigan because people were losing their home to taxes, and they lived in the home for 30 years, but they couldn't afford the taxes. They got so high, even though their home was paid off. And that's why they have a cap on taxes. Are there points involved? Are there attorney's fees? A lot of people will, in spite of having me help them find a home and get them set up and get them going to their closing, they will have an attorney to represent them as well. And that is not a bad idea. All right, the fun begins. What size property do you want? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? How many floors? Basement? Finished? Yes or no? Garage? Attached? Detached? Barn? Shed? How many acres? What type of neighborhood are you looking for? Are you in the east looking for a row home, where you want to be on top of your neighbors and be very friendly? I remember when I was a kid, we were in a real nice neighborhood, and we had things out in the backyard. Just about every Sunday, my parents had neighbors from both sides of the house over in the backyard, just listening to the ball game, and parents were drinking their beer and having a good time. The school system, what kind of school system do you want? Are you looking for, well, obviously everybody wants a good quality school system, and that might determine the kind of neighborhood they'll be moving into. Nearby transportation? Is there a bus close by? Urban? Suburban? You might have busing there. Rural? Probably not. Okay. We get you into your home. We look at the special features for you. What is it you're looking for? And we want to find out where we can meet those needs. It's our job to meet your specific needs. Now, sometimes we can't meet them all with a particular home, but we can find one that comes really close, and by changing over what is currently an office into a bedroom, lo and behold, you've got another bedroom, or vice versa. All right, we have online access, ColdwellBanker.com, cbgreatlakes.com, and you can find all kinds of properties through your smartphone, your iPad, whatever. There are mobile sites. You can get yourself a home file. You can have them automatically emailed to you when a new listing comes on board. There's a Learn section where you get tips and tools for buyers. There's guides, inspections, home maintenance costs, things like that. So learn the details of any neighborhood that you are interested in just by looking up the neighborhood section. You could use my blog site as well. Writing the offer. This is what we do. I always personally go through each section of the offer, purchase offer, section by section, to make sure we've got every T crossed and I dotted, because it's an important document and it must be right. So after the offer and inspections, and you wait for the bank to do their thing, you go to the closing, unless you're paying cash. The closing comes faster. So this is the meeting where the transaction becomes final. I try to guide you through that, give you the closing information ahead of time so that you know how much of a check to have written. And we explain the costs that are involved in your closing. You come to the closing, you sign on the dotted line, and you get the keys. Then you go to your brand new home. I hope this was helpful for you. It was kind of lengthy, but there are important parts in it. I kind of skipped over the part where we drive to this home, we drive to that home, we go in through, look at the home, we make comments. Those types of things I left alone. But those are the parts of things that are just part of our process that we do as realtors. Give me a call. See that number right there? You can reach me on that number. Okay, so I hope you like what I had to say before. If you liked it, down below there's a little box. If you click on that, it'll take you to a registration sheet where all you do is fill out your first name and your email. And I can send you, or I promise to send you, routine emails that will give you all kinds of information about real estate, buying and selling, a lot of it about your home or your future home, maybe the home you want to sell, maybe the home you want to buy. But there'll be a lot of information, talks about mortgages, and all kinds of emails that I'm sending you. I'll even send you updates to my blog. You can read them if you want. Hopefully you'll find more value beyond what you've gotten here. So that's what we have. One final word. Have a good day. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.